Okay, so we've already so I've republished the eGuide.
Okay.
And the reason that I republished the eGuide was because the links to some papers were going to a folder called Other, and then there were some papers that were in a folder called Data. And so what I did was I updated it so everybody was in the Data folder. And just as a matter of history is that the Other folder was used to put things other in it, like PDFs that you didn't want to index. You didn't want as part of the search index. And we don't need to do that anymore because it's just like we don't even create records for things like blank pages or advertisements, call for papers, that kind of stuff. But the other things like there's like information for authors and guidance and specifications that for issues and stuff like that, which I was looking at them and it's just like, these absolutely should be in a search result. Like if I did a search on a publication like JSTE or whatever the hell it is,
right?
If I did a search on that, then I would expect that every object that belonged to that publication would be part of my return, and now it will be. So it makes it easier for us. So if you go into the staging folder, 151179.
Okay.
You'll see a start.pdf from today's date. Okay.
Oh no, it's start 01/04/19.
You'll see a start.pdf with today's date.
Okay, I don't see there's not one for today's date. I see one from 01/04/19, but that's the only one with a date.
You're not looking. There is an eGuide, a start.pdf with today's date. Look at the date, Sharon.
Oh, I'm sorry, Barb. When you said with today's date, I'm thinking it had the date in the file name. Okay, that was created today with today's date. Okay. All right.
Okay. So this is me after I've rotated pages and yada yada yada. So I want you to go ahead and close this. We're going to start from the beginning. So you can close okay. So go to Project 1, and we're going to go to the Published folder for photonics. Yeah. And we are, kind of a drag. I wanted to show you this from the beginning. Okay, so I can't do that. I'm sorry. So let's go back to staging and open up that start.pdf that you had open before. Okay, so what the status of the eGuide is right now is me, the publisher, most of the time it's Cher, basically is on the eGuide. There's pages that are rotated that we've taken care of, that kind of stuff. I don't know if you've seen that before, but we'll have another opportunity for you to see that. So right now, this is kind of like the eGuide in its raw form, and we have to do the manual links. And so what I want to show you is how to do the manual links and the bookmarks that are needed. Okay, and one of the things that is going to be a guide for you is, for example, let's just take a look at what is on the splash page here. These links: welcome, getting started, publication index, all these links, right? Well, they're not links yet, right? Okay, so what we want to do is let's start with making some links. So on your menu, we're going to open up the tools and get perfect. And it's going to be content editing, and it's going to be add or edit link. Okay, so what we have selected now is an add or edit link tool. And now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and just request control from you.
Sure.
So generally what I do, and you're going to find that there are going to be things that work for you better than how I'm going to show you. But generally so when I get on the splash page, you notice how the cursor changed and I've just got the little crosshairs there.
Right.
You see that?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to right or left mouse click and I'm going to drag and create. This is a link box. Okay. This window is going to come up and these are the actions that this link can do. And first off, the link type is, I want it to be an invisible rectangle. If it wasn't invisible, then it would be visible and you'd see a black box. Okay. So if we wanted something visible, then this comes into play, that kind of stuff, but we don't want that. This highlight style, basically what it's asking is, it's like when you click on this, what kind of behavior besides taking to the link, do you want? And we do it at invert. I highly invite you to play with this.
Okay.
But for the eGuide, it's invert. And
okay.
Line thickness would be associated with this guy. So welcome is going to go to a page view. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. And what it's going to ask is, now it says go to view. Use the scroll bars, mouse, or zoom to select your target view and then press the set link. Well, all we need to do is come over here to welcome, click welcome. It takes us to the welcome page. We say set link. Okay, and now that link is set. And you see how this changed to blue?
Yep.
Okay, so now say for it's, that box, that link box is a little small. So what I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. And the way that I do that is these handles, and you're familiar with that from Photoshop, allow you to resize the box, and then if I wanted to just move it over, I can use the arrow keys on the keyboard and just move it over. So you want to make a nice trim box.
Right.
Okay. So that takes care of this first link. If I needed to go in here and edit it, which you will need to, you come into the properties of this link, and this is where you would edit actions. And in this case, we do want to edit this because what we want is the zoom to inherit zoom. All of these links, any link that you ever make manually in an eGuide should always have inherit zoom on. And unfortunately, I haven't found a way where that's kind of like the default. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and I want you to do the getting started link.
Okay.
And you see how it kind of remembers what you did last time.
Yes,
which is kind of cool.
I see that. Yeah. It is. It is. All right. So we're going to go to page. So everything is good there.
Right. So we're creating the link right now. And now what we're doing is we're creating where that link is going to go to.
Right. And so we're on getting started. So getting started.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to set that
Okay.
link.
Yep.
And now we're going to
yep.
properties.
We're going to edit
the
link we just created.
Yep. So we got that good. We'll go to actions.
Right.
And we're going to say Inherit Zoom. Good. And that's good.
Yep. Okay.
And good.
So this is, you are doing manually what the publishing engine does in, if I can just take control, like if the publishing engine is responsible for creating these from publications down are the sections that it's responsible for creating. And it does, so you did manually what it does. So these are all link boxes.
Right.
And if you were to right mouse click and look at the properties of that link, the highlight style is invert, action, you know, so it takes you to that page, yada, yada, yada.
Oh.
Okay. So that is the links that need to be done on the splash page. If you go to welcome, so I'm going to let you take control. So go to welcome, the bookmark welcome.
Oh, the bookmark welcome.
Yeah. And you see that page has links on it as well. So let's go ahead and, I'm not going to worry about any of the zooms or anything, because you notice how the zoom, the view of this changed dramatically from what we were at.
Right.
So we're not going to worry about that. As we create a link, we're going to make sure that the inherent zoom or the zoom factor is set to inherent on it. So let's go ahead and create a link box around welcome messages.
Do you include this little checkbox?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It absolutely is. Go to a page view. Yep. And now what? No. Go ahead, delete that link.
Can I just hit my delete button?
Do it. Yep. Okay. Redraw the box. And don't mimic what I'm doing, Sharon. Think out loud what you're doing right now. You're creating the link and you want it to go to a page. Okay, so you just created the link. Now read what it says.
Use the scroll bar, mouse, zoom.
Right. So
we got to select the target view.
Right. So don't click set link now because this is not your target view.
Gotcha.
So what's your target view?
It's the actual welcome page.
Right. So, and you don't have a bookmark for that. So what would you use to page forward? No. That's another link.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah. Show previous. Nope, wrong way.
Nope. Okay. This one.
There's your welcome message. Now you set link.
Okay. Makes total sense.
So now let's do copyright.
Okay.
Okay. So just to reinforce this, you're creating a link and then you're providing the view for that link when someone clicks on it. So it's two parts. So, and you use what whatever means that you can to get to the target page.
Right.
If you want, you can use where, it's like where it says page 2 up there. If you know the page number you want to go to, enter it in there and then set your link. If you have the page with the little arrow key, then do it to get where you need to. If you have to use a bookmark, if you have a bookmark to get to where you need to go, then use it. But it's like a 2-step. So you create the rectangular box. That's, this is the area where if you hover over it, this is what's going to happen if you click.
Right.
And then the second part is telling it this is what's going to happen when you click. Okay. So let's go back to the, okay. So now these links were created and you need to check the zoom and set the zoom as needed. So show me how, fix the zoom for all of these links. Okay. So let's go ahead and click on the bookmark contents. So it takes us back to page 1. And let's go back and choose the hand tool up on the menu there. Yep. And do me a favor and just go over to the splash page and click welcome. And when you click welcome, pay attention to, did you see that invert there?
I did.
Okay, so go click on the content again from the bookmarks, or that'll work too, yeah. And so, let's go back into our add or edit link tool. And come up to our welcome link and check the properties of it. Inherit zoom. And so go back to appearance tab. And instead of highlight style, pick a different style. Click OK. Go back to your hand tool. And now click on the link.
Oh.
All right. So now go back to page 1. Go to your add edit link tool so you can change the properties. So if you wanted to see something, it's like that's, you switch back and forth between the tool, the add or edit link to change the properties of the link, and then the hand tool to actually test it.
Right.
Okay. So, and you'll also notice that the bookmarks don't match the links on the splash page. So what I want you to do is go over to the bookmarks and you're going to highlight publication or right mouse click publication and say rename and come to the end of it and put a space index. And then go back and highlight the index with the space. Control C. Hit enter so you change the name of that bookmark. Come down and right mouse click issues. Rename. Get rid of the S on the end. Control V and enter. We're going to do the same thing for papers, for author, and subject. Okay. No. Nope, 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 nope.
What'd I do wrong?
Go back to the contents page so you can see what's on the page. Okay. I had you right mouse click on the link, rename, get rid of the S at the end because that's not on the splash, hit enter. Okay. Right mouse click on authors. Get rid of the S and control V to, yep, enter. Nope, enter. Right mouse click. The reason I'm having you right mouse click is because when you clicked, hold on. And this is kind of important because this is the devil in the details. And sometimes, Sharon, you're not good at this. Okay, is that on the splash page, having it in front of me is a different thing than what you did was you came over here and you clicked on that and you just, the S was still there. And again, it is a detail, but this is devil in the details here. So it's important that right mouse click brings up the menu to rename it. I'm not going to that bookmark. I'm renaming the bookmark, but I still have this open that I can use as a guide. So I don't make mistakes. So go ahead and change the bookmark subjects. So you still keep that splash. Very good. Very good. All right. Enter. And now what we want to do is we want to create a bookmark for search. And on your keyboard, Control B creates a bookmark. So go ahead and do Control B. And you're going to type in the word search. Okay. And you're going to right mouse click on search and properties. So bookmarks, their appearances. Actually, what are styles are there for bookmarks? Oh, I do know that. But we digress. We're going to leave it as plain. The action that we wanted to do is I wanted to, to do the search. So it came up with this default action of going to a page in the document. So I need to delete that. So just come down and delete, use your little delete thing, and it will delete the action that it just assigned to that bookmark. Okay. And I do want to add a menu item, an execute menu item. So it's nice enough that it's there for me already, but go ahead and take a look at the select action that you have available. So it could be that the action is open a file, and we do this in the getting started or somewhere where there's a README link, README text link. We also do that in that spot where there's the link to the Adobe website, is open up a web link. So in this case, it's going to be execute a menu item is what we want to do because it's going to be search is what we want to execute. So we're going to go ahead and add that. And it's going to ask us what menu item do we want to, have happen. And ours is going to be the advanced search. So it's going to be edit, advanced search from that menu item there. Perfect. And we click OK. And we click OK. Perfect. So since we just did that search bookmark action, let's go over to the splash page and create a link that will execute search for us from the splash. So you got your little tool selected. Excellent. Okay. And wait. Are you really going to go to a page view?
Nope.
For
I'm going
search?
to open up. Nope. I'm going to open a file.
Nope. Nope. Probably. Go ahead and click it. Okay, now click next. What action is it going to do? You know, I want you to think out loud when you're doing this stuff, because you're just trying to mimic.
Well, I'm actually thinking about it. I'm just not talking about it. So on here, okay. So I'm going to execute a menu, and I'm opening the file.
This is search. We just did search.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I have to add the action. I have to add the action before I can choose the action. So now I'm gonna.
No, you have to add it before you can add the you have to add the menu item. So that's what you're doing. Execute.
Right.
Read the boxes. You're executing a menu item. That's what you want this action to be. Our menu. We're executing a menu item, and that menu item is search.
Right. We're executing a menu item. On the last one, you had me delete it, and then just to show me, and then you added it. So when I add it, it opens it up, and that's when I can. Okay, you gotta go. Go on. Then this is where I'm telling it what I want it to do, which is an advanced search. Execute a menu item is okay. All right, and I can do. Okay, you gotta go.
Okay.
Go on.
So what this is going to do is the search bookmark, and the reason that we had to delete something before we could add something, you know, to add that menu item is when you create a bookmark, it comes up with the default action of, well, take me to a page view. But that's not what we wanted to do. So what you kind of got to keep in mind is this is two steps. You create the rectangle that is going to be that area where the link is available for selecting, a button, you know, and it might be that the boundaries are invisible or whatever, but, you know, it's like, I might inset it or I might highlight it, whatever, when you click it. But, you know, it's like when you click it, the action of that click is going to be, and in some cases in the eGuide, it's going to be, I want you to go to page view 2. And you know, it's like the author index, you know, it's a menu item. Sniggles, getting started. Yeah. Go ahead and click getting started for me. No, the bookmark.
Okay.
Right. So as you're thinking about things, Sharon, you go back to the main menu, please. Okay. When you bring your mouse over the links on the splash page,
Right.
the hand tool isn't selected. You have the add or edit link tool selected. So
right, I noticed that.
You can't, yeah. So, know that, you know, it's like the bookmarks are a good way to kind of navigate when you're, because it's kind of like a bother sometimes to turn off and on tools. you know. So let's go ahead, and I want you to show me, do the link for the publication index on the splash page. No.
No.
Cancel out of that and delete your box.
I'm lost, Barb. I'm creating a link, but I do it this way.
You've got half of it right, Sharon. We've been doing this, and I keep telling you there's two parts to this. You create the link, and
right.
then you tell it what you want that link to do. And we've created the link that will go to a page view. We've created a link that is a custom link that will execute a menu item.
Right.
So,
okay. All right.
So
you know what?
The thing is,
it.
you know, it's like what's happening is you're not looking at the screen. You're trying to mimic. You read what the screen is presenting, and keep in mind what it is that you're doing. You're making a link for the publication index that is in the eGuide. It's a page in the eGuide.
Right. All right. You know, Barbara, I'm learning this, so I'm going to make mistakes. You know, so I missed it the first time that I didn't realize that it was still
wait,
choosing the custom link.
Yeah, wait. Don't get defensive. You know, I'm not going to, you know, I'm not scolding you because you're missing it. You know, it's like you are being trained on this. And what's important is the details. And if I don't kind of stress to you what the details are, what the, you know, like what the process is, what we're doing here, then you won't understand what you're doing. And all you are doing is mimicking without knowing what it is that you're doing.
So just to recap, when I'm doing, you know, I think it's like you said in the welcome where it's the search index and then to go to Adobe, those are custom links because I'm actually going outside of the eGuide.
Come on, Buddha, insert.
When, in this case, anything that I'm pointing the link to inside the eGuide that actually has a page number, you go to a page view.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Okay, and in this case, this has a page. It has a starting page. So I go to a page view. Now I can hit next. But now I have to select the link. So, because I don't know what.
So now, wait.
I am. I'm not clicking anything.
Okay. You don't have to select a link, Sharon. You define the link area, and now what you have to do is create the view for it. You have to set a link, set where it's going to go. So not select the link, okay?
Right.
You are setting what the destination is of what the action is.
Okay, setting the destination. Okay. Now,
and so that's what this thing is saying. It's used the scroll bars, the mouse, the zoom, the select, to, you know, it's like whatever way you can get to, you know, like whatever page you want this link to take you to, then do that, and then come back here and click the set link page.
Right. Okay, gotcha. Now, the last time with these ones up here, it was easy because they're the first couple of pages. The publication index, how do you do it? Can you just click on
I click on the publication index.
Perfect.
You know, and the reason, so go ahead and set link, and the reason that we use the arrow keys is because I didn't have a bookmark for it. You know, so, you know, so that's what I'm trying to show you is that, you know, it's like as that box is saying, so read the boxes. It says use your scroll bar, use, you know, it's like your mouse. You know, it doesn't say use the bookmarks, but, you know, essentially, you know, it's like navigate however you need to navigate to get to where you want to go. And then once you're there, click the set link button here.
Right. So create the link, go to where it's pointed to, and then set the link.
Exactly. Create it, then set it. And sometimes that set is going to be, okay, we're going to go to a page view. Sometimes it's going to be, sometimes it's going to be open up a file. Another time it's going to be open up a website.
Right.
So, you know, and what's important, and, you know, so it's important. It's important that you get the process right, but it's important that you really, really understand what you're doing. Okay, so let's talk about what? Yeah, why? I'm on the phone with Shasha.
I don't hear Leslie. It sounds like you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Ah, now I hear her. Hi.
She says hi. She's getting me some chocolate chips. I need to know if they give me bunnies or not.
Oh my God, Barb. Karen made brownies last night, and I don't like brownies, you know. But at any rate, I don't know. They were sitting on the counter, and I had one. And
can you stop the recording?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
It was horrible.
We created a bookmark called Search, and we assigned a menu item action to it. And essentially that menu item action is it opens up the search index. So I want you to continue on and finish doing the links on the splash page.
Okay.
You'll notice over here on the bookmarks, you've got a bookmark for abstracts. Come over here and highlight the bookmark for abstracts. Yep, and just delete it. Okay, go ahead and start recording again.
Okay.
So, under welcome, go ahead and click under welcome or click welcome on the bookmark. I need oh, I thought this page was stupid. Oh, anyways. So we're going to have 3 sub bookmarks underneath here under welcome. It's going to be welcome message, copyright, and trademarks. And here's a little tip on how to do that. Use the little arrow to the right of the page number 2 up in your upper left. And we're going to go to page 3. Okay. So I have the bookmark welcome highlighted, and I'm on page 3. If you use your cursor, come over and highlight welcome on the, over on the, yep, inside. Oh, we need to go to the hand tool. I'm sorry. The hand tool.
Okay.
Do Control B. What I want to do is create a bookmark for welcome. Control B would be the bookmark, and we're just going to type in welcome message. Let's go down to page 4. And it's going to be Control B, and it's going to be copyright. Next page, trademark.
Trademark or marks?
Marks, plural.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So hold your Shift key down and select copyright and the welcome message.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Next one up. I want all 3 of them selected. And now drag it under the welcome bookmark. Yep, perfect. Okay.
And they 3,
Right.
4.
So you'll want to do, once you're all said and done with linking,
Mm-hmm.
you'll want to do the right mouse click properties for your links, the ones that you're creating. So right mouse click properties. Under the Actions tab, zoom level. Mm-hmm.
I do that with all of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have you pause for just a second right here. Remember how I made you go back and delete the text box and start all over again because you selected an execute menu item, but it really should have been a go to page in this document?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you could always, like, if you mistakenly put the action in there, you could always delete the action. And I think from that, if you use the drop down, execute a menu item, the add an action drop down, there is a, wait,
Did you say add an action drop down?
drop down, add an execute a menu item drop down,
Okay.
which has a go to page view.
Okay.
Never mind. All I'm saying is that if you mistakenly make the link a custom link and it's supposed to be a go to page view link, you can edit the properties of that link and change the properties from one thing to another by deleting a previous action and adding a new action to it.
I see what you're saying. Okay. And in that case, you would go to a page view. Okay.
So just
But in this case,
cancel.
but in this case, I don't have to do that. I just got to do the, yeah, let's see.
Okay. So the other thing is, if you go to the, it's like any, the paper index. You know how we have it where there are some sections where we don't get that last arrow on the bottom of the page? It's like the author section.
Yeah.
I want you to look at the paper index section. I want you to look at the author index section and the subject section and see if those arrows are there, because we need them. Well, I know they won't be there.
Right.
Okay. So, so you know how to fix this?
I would say, and I'm sure I'm wrong, but go to where there is an arrow, like so, copy, and then go to where you need that arrow and paste and link. But I'm thinking there's probably a different way to do that.
No, that actually sounds like a good way to do that. So go to paper index and go back to where we were.
On Z, right here.
All right. So now if you use your arrow and just go back one page, the two arrows on the left are the ones that we want. So
Yeah.
if you have pit stop, I think it's a plugin, don't you?
I'm on,
plugin?
this is a little, yeah, on this one, I think this has a different version of mine because it's a little bit different.
Are you on Layla?
Yeah.
Or, oh, okay.
I'm on Layla.
Okay. So, but are you familiar in pit stop professional, you know, in your version where you can highlight those two objects and paste in place on the next page? So you can do that on Eve. So
right. Oh, I'm not sure, Barb. I'd have to go to Eve to do it because this one's a little bit different, this setup.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying is,
yeah.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and save this and close it. Or just close it, and when it asks if you want to save it, just save it. Okay, then save as something else. Save as with your name on it.
Okay.
No, after start.
Oh, okay.
Is your workstation that slow?
No, I don't know why it's doing it. Every now and again it does that, but not often at all. If it was, I would have told you. I would have said help.
Okay. So, yeah, so let's get back to where we're
paper index. I don't know why it's like acting like this now. Okay.
Okay. And
I can copy these.
nope. I think you're going to have to just with your mouse on one arrow at a time. Just click on that. I don't think you have to highlight it. No.
Copy. What do you want me to do?
No, you're not. I want you to pay attention to what you have selected. And if you look at what's selected, you've got the sidebar selected. So click on the arrow. No,
I understand what you're saying, but right now,
tool.
Okay.
So that's not the tool. What's this one here? Okay, so press your shift key and click the arrow next to it to select it as well. All right, Control C, and we're going to go to the next page and right mouse click. Oh. No, there's a paste in place. So go up to the top of the menu there, edit on your toolbar. Object order. I could have sworn that there's a place, a paste in place. Okay, just select paste. Let's see what we get.
I don't see it anywhere.
Okay, so do you not? I'm kind of surprised if you work with PDFs a lot. That, I mean, are you not? Do you know how to cut in place?
Yes, I do. So what we just did, I wouldn't even use that. I would just paste it. And then to get it, when I'm doing PDFs, I'll bring the grid up and I'll compare so I can see where, and that's what I would do with this. I would just go to the page before, look at where it sits on the grid.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Oh, that's where it pasted it. It pasted it right over this.
All right. Just go ahead and just on the file, just revert. File. Yeah, revert. So there would be 3 places that you need to look for that.
Okay.
At least 3 places. I don't know if there's more.
No, I think it was just
Okay, so you'll want to go through and make sure you do all the links in the on the splash page. You'll want to check and make sure you've got all the bookmarks that you need. I believe you do. You'll want to make sure that the zoom is set the way it should be. And I would do that like the very last. Well, I always make sure that they're all set to inherit zoom. Excuse me. You know, and it's kind of like just yep. So all the links that you've created, you want to check that. And then you want to put those arrows where we need them. And remember, you have to create the links as well. So you'll have to figure out, you know, it's like in the eGuide, those jump buttons, are they 3 or 5 jumps?
They're 5.
Okay. And then, so you'll want to do that accordingly. And I actually find some, you know, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, as far as, you know, it's like just putting in the real page, you know, the page number you want to go to, you know, as opposed to using your arrows just to page 5.
I agree with you. I agree with you. It's just easier to,
so,
yeah.
But yeah, so do all the manual links in there, and then set the document properties for an eGuide. You know, you propagate that document information for that. So there is an example of photonics from last year. It's out on source, and I think it's in a folder like from last year. So if you have any questions as far as how things go, reference that. And if you can't get your answer, then let me know or ask.
Okay.
All right.
Just writing that down.
So
yeah.
So essentially, what you're doing is you're getting this ready for prototype testing because we're going to go through testing again.
Right.
Brand new eGuide. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Hey. Very good. And
good.
And then I want to get this up on the YouTube channel because this is a good reference.
Yeah. Well, practice makes perfect. So you know, it's
yes,
like
it
my you know, I think from now on, these are, you know, you should be doing all the manual links in the, you know.
I think so too.
Absolutely, and the publishing, you know, sure, just go ahead and do the publishing, and you know, there's some checks. Like I did the publishing and did some checks to make sure that I wasn't releasing a piece of shit to you. The other thing is, there was on the author index.
Yeah.
One of the things that you reported before that was still there when I republished was that colored letters are active links to the index.
Right.
And I just used the text touch-up tool to get rid of what I didn't want. And then just moved that box so it was a little bit more centered in the page.
That's what I always thought Cher did too, because when I've reported that before on different eGuides, and she fixes it. And I've often thought it's how I would do it, but you know what? I don't change anything. I just report it.
Well, you know, but that's kind of like, I mean, in my head, that's kind of like bullshit. You know?
It is.
If you find
I would love.
So,
well, you know, and
so
even on.
Yeah, so, you know, so the thing is, so the more you know, and report it back to her, you know, it's like, in your eGuide testing, the author index, you know, blah, 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 the footer, you know, it's like change the footer, please verify fix, make her verify your fix. It just makes things more efficient.
It does.
You know, and, you know, and as long as I mean, this is really basic stuff with, you know, with PDF processing, you know, and it's easy peasy stuff. You'll get it down. You know, you just have to kind of, I mean, it's like everything else, Sharon, you know, it's like you have to think about what it is that you're doing, and you have to pay attention to the details. So, you know, it's like if you're mauling bookmarks for an eGuide and you want them to match the splash screen, then you always have the frickin' splash screen open.
Right.
You know,
well,
you never
that
move from
part, that when I didn't right click, and as soon as I clicked on it and we changed to that particular page, I thought, shit, that's not what I wanted to do. You know, because I checked bookmarks, so I know they have to match the splash screen.
Right. Well, I get all that, you know, but knowing it and then being responsible, you know, being the person who's actually doing the work, you know, different. Right. It's different. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's different. You know, and if you don't really understand what it is that you're doing, then there's every opportunity, you know, it's like, you know, for mistakes to happen, for you have to redo the work, you know. And with these eGuides, you know, it's like we do enough of the reworks, you know, of reworking eGuides, you know, have to do it because of mistakes that we could avoid, you know. And it just, you know, I mean, in the scheme of things, like, you know, the arrows, there's nothing different from, you know, it's like you copy and pasting an image into a PDF because it did appear, and for some reason or another, that's the only way that you can get the image in the PDF is you cut and paste it from another PDF or something. I don't know, you know, magic, you know, but that's, in the eGuide, sometimes we have to work the magic, and you get used to the little nuances. An eGuide that is published with Access 2007, so we can use all the superscripting and stuff, kind of reduce our text touch-ups. We'll always be missing these arrows from any place that uses an alphabet board. So issue index doesn't have the problem because if you click on the bookmark issue index, it's not an alphabet board.
No, it isn't.
But paper index, author index, and subject index are. So, and it only happens on Layla, so I don't know. But,
oh, very cool. No, I'll let you know when I'm done. And, cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah. But,